friends, I've been recording some reactions to post while I'm out of town, and then just found out that like 3 of the ones I recorded, somehow the screen recording didn't happen on my computer. So that's gonna be fun to edit later. So I'm gonna have one of those fun videos where I have to just kind of insert the bits of the video that are playing, and people get annoyed that when it's paused, it doesn't pause on the video, whatever. Anyway, here I am doing another Ren, and I will be doing one recording at least while I'm with my family because my dad agreed to do a reaction video with me. I don't think he fully knows what he agreed to. And I don't know if he'll change his mind once he realizes what he agreed to. I'm genuinely surprised. I like half joking, but was earnest. Well, would you record with me? Because like I've mentioned you in recordings, and like, you know, people who sometimes watch my videos, like, you know, I've mentioned you. And he's like, yeah, sure, I guess. Do you want to do Jessica by the Allman Brothers? Because that's the name, that's the song he decided I was named after. I don't know if my mom agrees, but he did. And I'm like, well, that song's like 7 minutes long, and there's no lyrics or a video, so there might not be much to say. And he's like, well, yeah, you just pick a song, I'll do whatever. So of course, I'm like, well, I gotta do Ren, obviously. So I posted in the Patreon group asking what I should do, and got a lot of responses. A lot of which are great songs, but I don't think would work with him. Especially things like The Tales or Money Game. Because those are long, and I've never heard him be much of like a story song guy. I don't know if he actually secretly likes them, but I just don't want to. It's a delicate thing. And to be fully honest, you know, I'm going to warn you guys ahead of time. If I do pull this off and he agrees to do it in person, there is a pretty good chance he either won't like it or will just be like, yeah, that was cool, that was alright. And that's all you'll get out of him. So I'll do my best, but I'll post regardless, even if there's like no reaction. I'll still post it no matter what. Yeah, so right now, and it'll be Ren or it'll be The Big Push. It might be The Big Push. I haven't decided. But for now, we're gonna do a Ren song that I have never heard. I've heard the first like 5 seconds of it a bunch of times because it would play for a second either after a video I'd watched or like I'm listening to Ren, the couple songs I have of Ren on my playlist on my phone, and then like a playlist will end and it will just automatically like, hey, here's the next song. It's always this. And I was like, stop, I haven't heard it yet. I gotta do it. Gotta do it on camera. So here we go. This is featuring Eden Nash, who I don't know who she is. But I think I saw a video of them practicing or something once. I've heard a clip of this song sung out of context, and she sounded great. So, but I've never heard. That was rude. I've never heard his part, and I've barely heard any of her parts. So let's go. I know they have one other song together called. I don't remember. I think they just have 2. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let's do it.
This lifetime I fall and I might stumble. Try to make friends with my pain, cause my pain keeps me humble. Breathe, slow and release, let the...
Love that. Try to make friends with my pain because my pain keeps me humble. I like that a lot. This is a very silly comparison, but I've covered a couple songs on here that were performed by Thomas Sanders, who does that Sanders Side show that I like. And in it, the character of he's all his different versions, like his sides of his personality, like creativity and logic and things like that. And one of them is anxiety. And anxiety in the show starts as an antagonist, as like this thing that's constantly bothering them. And then through, you know, the first handful of episodes, they do this series called Accepting Anxiety, and realize like, yeah, you know, you're a part of me and you can get in the way sometimes, but like, you're just really cautious and you're trying to protect me in your own, maybe not always healthy way. But they kind of become friends with anxiety. Anxiety becomes part of the group. And I've sort of taken that in a little bit of like, try to make friends with your pain, of like, trying to kind of make friends with the worst parts of yourself. Not in like but be the kind of friend where you're like, hey buddy, maybe we calm down a little bit. Accept those parts of yourself. Because to be honest, they're not going to go away. The pain, whether it's my sister's, you know, chronic illness, or Ren's chronic pain, or, you know, my various mental illnesses, they're not gonna go away. So making a friend doesn't mean like letting them run amok. It's just more of just like accepting it as part of yourself that you can then try to work with. Because once you realize it's you, it's not some like demon in your body. It's you. You can figure out how to deal with you. So anyway, I just really like that line, and I love that I love that it's not just like lyrics on the page. I love that the lyrics are helping to kind of tell the lyrics, the way that they're popping up, are reflecting the what's going on in the song. I think is very cute. I like that. I like when people do that and make it just more fun to watch.
Breathe, slow and release. Let the air expand your lungs. Let your body bring you peace to the sea. To the sea I will speak, down my troubles to the waves as they wash my soul clean. Won't you purge me, here I...
People who have seen a lot of my random videos will know what I'm going to say. He talks about water a lot. And I think he mentioned, I thought I heard in an interview once him talking about like when he was figuring out writing the alternate ending of High Ren that ended up in the song and not the original version that was much darker. I think he talked about like being at the ocean when he wrote it, and which is why there's a lot of ocean imagery in that song. So I think it's interesting that it's showing up here as well. With water being this kind of, and usually in songs, water being a very cleansing thing, but it could also be very frightening and overwhelming as well. It just depends on how the ocean's feeling. I like this song so far.
To the waves as they wash my soul clean. Won't you purge me, here as I stand. Down in the gallows my darkness will hang. Hurt me, and I will not flinch. Firm in my ground, I will not move an inch. As I walk through this life, on my fault, now I stumble.
Right out here startling me. He just came out of nowhere. I was just like, I mean, it sounds great, but like her voice is just kind of, her voice feels like waves a little bit. It's just kind of like, it's very easy to sort of relax on. It feels very much like music out here by the beach. As someone who grew up with a lot of beach, whether it was, my dad was someone who could never live far away from he's a surfer since he was a kid. So like if he's too far from the ocean for more than like a month, he'll start to shrivel up and die. So like we've always lived on a coast to be near one. So like, yeah, I don't know. Ocean stuff is just very, it's a very calming thing for me. This very reggae kind of vibe to it that's really cool, which I don't think I've heard him do in like an original song. It's always been, I have seen him do I Shot the Sheriff, but not the version that I'm supposed to watch, which is when I'll do recorded. Because I didn't see it in the Red Suspenders performance, which I hear is like the quintessential, like the way you have to do it. So I will watch it that way. But like the guy kind of in the way he speaks anyway kind of has a bit of that reggae vibe to him when he sings sometimes. So it really works. I try to make friends with my pain, 'cause my pain it keeps me humble. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I feel so blue, like a guitar with a broken string that can't hold the tune. 'Cause there are some real bricks around me, busting my balloon, and I really need some healing 'cause I find out the breathing and I'm breathing all my feelings to you. Because I'm so down, but like a roundabout, I'm about to turn it. I like this song. I like it a lot. This is making me nervous. I watched a reaction video, I can't remember what song it was to, recently, and the person did comment, as I just paused this, it made me nervous, that he was like, it's rude to performers, to like artists, to pause their songs. You should listen to the entire thing and then comment. My fear is always just that I'll forget immediately what I wanted to say, because I do anyway, even though I'm stopping and talking, I forget what I'm going to say like halfway through a sentence. Plus my opinions will change by the end of the song. So I don't know. Do people think that's rude? Let me know if you think that's rude. As I drop things. I just love the speed up, and then because I'm so down, and just the way that the tone, the note went down as he did so, and then down. That's just a fun song. It's like, it's kind of not a full bummer. It's that kind of, so far anyway, it's not a complete bummer lyric-wise. It's more of just a like, shit happens kind of a song. It's very So It Goes, which is a line that I think maybe Ren has a tattoo of, which I've always wanted a tattoo of, and now I'm this weird thing. I'm like, Ren has one. It's weird if I get one, but it's a line from a Kurt Vonnegut novel, which him and I are both massive fans of that author. It's my favorite author. Him and Chuck Palahniuk, right there. It is, and it's kind of it's sort of it is what it is. Like, bad things happen, sort of, so it goes. You just kind of have to accept it and keep moving forward, which this song kind of has a bit of that vibe. Like, breathe and accept it, and not just accept it and then let it go and ignore it, but like accept it. You're allowed to take some of it in, but then turn that into something that can work for you, or at least something that motivates you a little bit, which is difficult, but you can try. You can work on it. It's a thing I try to work on.
What's in my building? And I really need some healing, because if I'm not the breathing, and I'm breathing all my feelings take it. Because I'm so down, but like a roundabout, I'm about to turn it back around. Flip it like a kick, flip a switch, I'll flip my lid. Coming with the style that's real.
As I walk through this life, I might fall, I might stumble.
A style that's rude, is that like, does he mean like rude boy music? Isn't that like, me not knowing enough about stuff to talk about, but I still do it anyway. Rude boy music is like, it's Jamaican, it's like kind of half between reggae and ska. Maybe it encompasses both, I forget. Which are both kind of music that Ren digs, clearly, because you hear influence of ska and reggae in a lot of his stuff, especially stuff with Big Push. So yeah, I wonder if that's what he meant by a style that's rude. If anyone knows, tell me.
As I walk through this life, I might fall, I might stumble. I try to make friends with my pain, cause my pain, it keeps me humble. Humble, try not to outgrow these boots. Sometimes I stumble, try to stay firm in my roots. This world's a jungle, but these streets hold the sweetest fruit. Lesson to be learned here every time I bruise, not
I like that. It's World's a Jungle. What was that? But these trees hold the sweetest fruit of, like, even in the darkest kind of, like, when a life does feel really overwhelming and, like, it is a jungle and, like, the chaos and it's overwhelming. But if you can get through those things and you can go, like, you can go to those places and make it out okay, you're going to get the best stuff from it. Or you're going to at least, like, if you can survive it, there's something special. That's kind of cool.
Lesson to be learned here every time I bruise, not a fool, but I will make mistakes. And I learn every mistake I make. Wait for the wisdom that this fool will create. No one in this world but me to start my fate.
Fate, taking control of the reins of being the Lord in the land of my brain, and I loosen the chains that are causing the pain. Put a stain on my name with the flames. Let me say, make it rain down the rain, down the rain, down the chains, and I rise to the top like a bubble champagne. It's so hard to explain. Need to use my left brain. I am switching the lanes, gonna change. Closure on this roller coaster. I'm a poster child, bipolar, loner with the smoking motor, soldier with the broken holster. Focus, don't go down in smoke, then choke on coke and overdose. Just stand your ground, stay humble, proud, and lucky like a four-leaf clover. It's a walk, I'm a fall, I'm a fall, I'm a fall. Yeah, try to make friends with my pain, with my pain, with my pain. As I walk through this life, I might fall, I might stumble.
I don't know when this was recorded. I'll try to talk over this and see what happens. If this is unlistenable, I don't know, redo the ending or something because the heater turned on. I don't know when this was recorded, but it's got a sort of vibe to it thematically that reminds me of like Power, of just like kind of saying things like I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm gonna do all this stuff, it's gonna suck sometimes, it's gonna be painful, it's gonna feel like I don't know what to do, but I'm the only one. I can make my own mistakes, I'm gonna make mistakes, but it's okay because at the end of the day, wherever I end up, it's because of it's my choice. That's so loud, which I think is good because like it's a thing that I think Ren maybe needs to remind himself of quite a bit, because there is a bit of his fate that has sadly been taken out of his control with his illness, that like no matter how hard he tries, this is a sad thing to think of, but there are some things, regardless of how hard he tries, that are always going to be really, really, really hard for him to attain. Things like, you know, going on a tour or something like that. Doesn't matter how much he wants it. I don't know if that's ever going to get to happen, which stinks. But it's kind of about, you know, I split the script until I find my power. It's that kind of a thing. Yeah, I don't know if those were close together, But they feel like they're from the same kind of the same place mentally.
I try to make friends with my pain, 'cause my pain keeps me humble, boy.
I liked Eden Nash's voice. I could listen to her all day. She was a lot of vibes, and I enjoyed them. I'm sorry this thing turned on loud. I hope you can hear me, but that was freaking awesome. I know they have another song. I'll have to go find that. I think it's also water. I think it's like ocean or something, or waves. Maybe it's ocean. I don't remember. But I'll have to check that out. And if she has any solo tracks that anyone knows of that are like super good and I should check out, by all means let me know, because I just kind of wanted to, like, I want to like lay on a boat somewhere and listen to her music. I feel like that would be nice. I would enjoy that quite a bit. There we go. That was a short one, but I really liked that a lot. I think I'm gonna put that on some playlists for when I'm feeling overwhelmed. If like this is gonna be a good song to come back to when I'm not in a good place, this is gonna be one of those ones that kind of cheers me up, or at the very least makes it feel like it's okay if everything's shit. Sometimes you need those kind of songs. As much as the it's okay songs are good, like it's gonna be okay. This is more like, yeah, it sucks, but like, you know, so it goes. So I don't know. I dug that a lot. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Bye.